Welcome back to the Dynamite Any% speedrunning guide. In this part we will cover the fourth main mission in this game called Pact with Rais. This is by far the longest mission in the game, so be ready for a huge video. So let's jump into the game. All the time we'll warp to the Holier tunnel, we'll want to do all the time the same flexing movement, which is during the loading we hold Shift and W, and after pressing continue we want to start holding D as well and start mashing spacebar because there is an obstacle in our way and we want to jump over it during the fade-in animation. So let's just wait until the game loads, hold Shift, hold W, press spacebar, hold D, mash spacebar, and we did just fine. Drink a potion to be faster, grapple your way down, and by staying somewhere here, try jumping and grappling this wall. Cancel it early, do not grab anything else. It doesn't matter if you grapple fence or inside, it's fine. You will start unskippable dialogue, and what you can do is to get past this guy by keeping out of bounds. It will save like minuscule amount of time, like 1 second at best, but it's the best you can do anyway because in this downtime. Jump on this thing, jump, spin round. If you fall down, it's fine. There is a floor underneath. Jump inside and wait here until this guy leaves. You have to wait here because there is a trigger. You have to hit it because otherwise you won't be able to interact with this door. And don't get too close to this guy because he'll start sucking you back in bounds, which you also don't want. So knock on the door, it will start a skippable cutscene, after skipping which we want to turn right and try to interact with the door. So let's try it. Turn right, walk forward. I got not enough to the right. So what should happen? I want to get near this door, or if you got way too much to the right, it's fine. You can interact with door from here. So if you got stuck in this corner after black screen part, it's completely fine. Just do what you need. In this black screen part, you want to hold Shift WA. It's not the ideal black screen moment. There might be a better one with controller, but I don't exactly how to do it. I haven't practiced it because generally speaking, the black screen moment from keyboard is just fine enough. So you want to walk forward left, and after pressing continue, there's basically two ways how to do it. You might start holding backwards and turn to the left, then start running, or you can just try running into the wall and do a sharp turn to the left. I usually prefer doing sharp turn, so let's do it. Just like that. What I also want to show you, it will be used the next time we get inside Rais garrison. It's completely irrelevant right now, but I just wanted to show the layout of the building. So you enter from this door and pay attention to this little room, which is closed right now, but it will be open the next time we visit it. We will want to enter this room during the black screen, which means we'll have to hold W and D while sprinting. We'll end up inside this room. So inside this room there will be Rais waiting for us. We will speak with him during the black screen and walk outside. So just so you'll be familiar with the interior of this garrison, I am showing you this room. Right now it's irrelevant. So after warding movement you will end up somewhere like here. You make a sharp turn, go here, drink a speed potion because we ran out of it. speak with Karim, skip a dialogue with him, and now this is the time where you should optimally shop. So up to this point, in the optimized speedrun, you don't have any weapons, so you speak with Karim, do one dodge to the left, and trade with this guy. Let's see what he has. He has another shotgun, but we already have one, and he doesn't have a plastic, unfortunately for us. So after shopping, press escape and quit out. This will warp you back to Holy Year Eternal. As I told before, we always want to run forward, press space, hold D, mash spacebar to skip obstacle. Grapple this train card, grapple this one, and start another unskippable dialogue. Nothing you can do with this one, just wait and listen. So in this quest we have to visit two radio towers. One is located here, which is far enough we won't run to it by foot, and this one is close enough to us, so basically this is where we have to go. This is the line which we have to follow, and this is what we should do. Anyway, this is the first tower to visit. Since it is a night, we really want to avoid any pursuits. However, if we still got into a trouble, there is a card trap. You can activate it and you have a possibility to earn some extra agility XP. Toss a firecracker here and interact with the door instantly. After this cutscene, toss another firecracker and interact with the door once again. Interact with this thing. Sometimes this can happen. Also, normally their night is much longer, but I was slow. So, in this part I will punch this guy so he won't bother me. In this part you want to grapple this wedge, which you can find by looking at those four gray things, and basically you want to grapple this striped wedge. Then walk slightly forward, turn left, walk up, walk left. Then basically you want to face this thing. Then there's kinda tricky jump. You have to jump and after jumping move to the right. So you don't want to accidentally do a side jump, a side hop. You want to jump and start moving to the right. And then you want to grapple somewhere at this wedge, somewhere at this level. Like this. If you see that it's a wrong grapple, just cancel it and regrapple again. This zombie is important one in terms of optimized agility gain. You want to kick it with your leg off the tower. Usually 1-2 hits is enough. I was unlucky slightly. This will give you, right now it gave me 50 XP, but normally it still will be a night, so you'll get a double XP, which means you'll get 100 agility XP. Interact with this door, open it, this will start an unskippable dialogue. And you cannot do anything basically. Well, you cannot yet save warp during this dialogue. So you have to wait until it plays out completely, then you can save warp. What we can do instead is to once again optimize our agility gain. There is a flag on top of this tower. Basically, there is flag on top of each tower. We want to grab this. It will give us 1000 XP normally because it will be still night. Right now it's not a night, so I'll get a puny 500 XP. Also, there is a crate which can be used to search for a plastic if you are unlucky like me. And the third thing you can do is to get even more agility XP by falling down on those blue trash bags. This will give you another 200 experience. Right now it will give me 100, but whatever. Pick this flag. If you are unlucky, you can search in this crate. Still no plastic. If you went for search in this place, crate, most likely you won't be able to jump in time down, so you can use 4 grappling hooks on this propane tank. It will give you 40 XP at night. Right now it gave me only 20. Or if you were lucky, you have your plastic, you pick up this thing, you can try jumping down. It's a bit risky jump, not gonna lie. If you're not sure about it, just grapple this propane tank to earn some easy experience. If you feel confident, jump like this and try to aim for trash bags to get this juicy 200 XP. Switch quest to Stuffed Turtle and save warp. This was the first radio tower. Second one, luckily, is insanely near to the Stuffed Turtle quest. So in this boxing movement, we want to hold backwards and right. After pressing spacebar to continue, I'll start running forward and right, and we'll do a sharp turn to the right while mashing spacebar to potentially dodge any zombies that are in our way. By jumping, most of the time we can break from their grab attacks. So backwards and right, spacebar, start running forward and make a sharp turn to the right. Grapple this thing, jump off it, and try to grapple this wedge while mid-flight. Skip grabbing animation. Turn left, grapple this rock. Sometimes you can skip animation, sometimes you can't. It's more or less RNG. There is, at least not known for me, setup to skip animation. Look for those 4 gray things and aim between this bar and the most leftmost gray thing. This is a grabbable surface that you can grapple, so do it. Sometimes you can also skip animation here. Not all the time that it can happen, and I don't have a reliable setup for this. Jump on this thing to skip animation, climb the first type bar, press W once, jump, and also there's basically 2 ways how to do it, how to do the climbing. The safe and casual way is to jump here and jump on this ladder, or you can try jumping straight to this ladder. It's more or less RNG, sometimes you just can't get this jump right. Then interact with this door. This time it will have a lever behind it. After we interact with it, we will have another unskippable dialogue, during which we cannot save warp, but we want to optimize our agility gain. What we can do, as I said before, on top of each tower there is a flag which gives you a big amount of XP, but we are inside the safe zone, so we cannot use our grappling hook, unluckily. What we can do is a kind of difficult trick. We can jump on this zip line right just outside the safe zone, which you can see on the minimap. You can see fence over here, and basically you can see fence below. You have to get just outside of the safe zone, jump from a zip line, turn around, and grapple top of this tower. This is a difficult trick, so if you want to go for it, you need to put a good amount of practice into it. There is also more safer way to get experience. Obviously it will grant a less amount. There is 2 cars also. Blue car is inside the safe zone, so it won't provide you the double night bonus, and blue car outside, which will give you double bonus since it should be night at this point. I'm just explaining things slowly, so I'm far late into the day. So yeah, optimally if you want to skip grabbing this flag, you want to just jump on a blue car. to get 200 XP. Also, if you are going for this jump, backup strat is to fall down on the blue trash bags. If you for some reason you failed the grappling hook, you can try to fall on the blue bags and get 100 XP. It's a little amount of experience, but hey, whatever you get, you can get, and you save yourself from dying, so I think it's perfectly fine. I find it personally more reliable to have an active speed potion. It shouldn't be technically that it shouldn't matter technically, but it for me it does. I don't know. Maybe it's a placebo, but whatever. So let's interact with this thing, and I will try to do a jump. Ah, I missed it, so I'm saving it by falling on the trash bags. Let's try it once again. I just want to show you this jump. So after this dialog ends, you can see checkpoint indicator at the bottom right. You can switch to to holier tunnel and quit out. I won't do it right now because I want to show you the jump. W once here, jump, try to grab a ladder. I was unlucky. Oh no, in fact I was. I just got teleported to it. For some reason my jump button jammed. It can happen sometimes. If it happens, well, the game hates you. This is all I can say. I've clearly pressed spacebar a couple of times, but Crane just didn't want to jump. Let's try it once again. So, as I said before, jump is kinda tricky. If you're a newcomer, just don't go for it. Take your 200 XP and be fine with it. It's completely fine to not have this 300 experience. Now I got it. Third time is a charm. So it should roughly look like this, but from the first try. Pick up this flag, and normally you should have enough time in a dialogue to jump down on this blue card to get another 200 XP. So in total you should get 500 here and 200 here, and which will result in 700 XP, which is an insane amount. Select Holier Tunnel, save warp. Once again, Shift W, spacebar, hold D, mash spacebar, dodge the zombies, grapple your way down, grapple this wall, cancel, grapple ground, get inside. And now here comes the part when we have to enter the room I've described before. So hold shift, hold W, hold D. After pressing continue, I will hold S, will start meshing F, and will slightly turn my camera to the right. So this should activate the skippable dialog with Rise. So after I can see that I start the dialog, I start mashing spacebar immediately, and also will hold the S key to make one back dodge, just to get out of this room and start sprinting in the required direction. So hold Shift WD, spacebar, hold S, start smashing F, and turn to the right. I've activated the dialog, skip it, one back dodge, and run towards the Karim. Speak with Karim, back dodge, run back to the exit. No save warping this time. So from this part there is no good backscreen loading movement during with a keyboard. I mean, there might be some with a controller. I don't know it, and generally I don't care about it. It saves at best like second, so If you want to explore this part, do your best. You can try to find a reliable setup on controller to do a boxing movement here. I'm just not pressing anything. I press spacebar and start running forward left after loading. Get to this door, select grappling hook, grapple this bus. This was a bad grapple, so normally I would have tried to cancel grapple and try to grapple this rock. I need to go here anyway. Grapple this bus and grapple this sign. I have 6 grenades now. Normally I should have only 3 or even 2 if I go for bandit strat. So now as soon as I jump on this train card, it will start an unskippable radio call. We will use a death warp here, not to skip a call, but to travel over here. I believe it's over, or it's over, yeah, no, it's over here. So instead of staying AFK here and then after call going by foot to this location, we will death warp over here and then wait the rest of dialogue here and just go outwards. So toss a grenade on it and jump over. Sometimes a grenade can bounce off the train card. If this happens, well, you're an unlucky person, but it's not the worst that can happen. That's why we are using free grenades, just for safety. So, yeah, I've mixed things up. Actually, we get this warp here and we have to go here. The other way around. But doesn't matter, we still warped from here to here while listening to this dialogue, which is saves big chunk of time. We still can't move until the dialogue ends, so as soon as our health bar appears, we can start moving, jump on this table, jump outside the safe zone, and try to grapple this roof. After this, turn right and we'll grapple the car sign. Ideally, it should be done without any animation. My movement is choppy today, so I got some. Speak with this guy, skip a dialogue with him, jump on a red van, use grappling hook to move faster, and grapple inside this road. You can run on this fence or you can run on the road, it doesn't matter that much. Both work just fine. In any percent it might be more smart to run on the road. Also, in normal speedrun with normal timings, night should end somewhere right now. It's a midnight right now for me because I was that slow. Kick open this door, grapple once more, and interact with this door to start an unskippable cutscene. Kick open this door, turn right, basically follow the quest, grapple as much as you can, grapple this boss. You can activate card trap, maybe you'll get some extra free XP. Then you have to clear this village. The thing is about this village, it has a bunch of zombies, which is not a big threat, and it has 3 bombers, which are also not a threat, but they're quite pain in the ass to deal with casual strats. However, since we learned card trap skill, we can activate a card trap which is happen to be right in front of this village. By activating this card trap, for some reason, Bomber's AI will decide to just explode. So you won't even have to shoot at them, look at them, approach them, they will just explode on their own. You still have to be careful. Sometimes it doesn't work. It works most of the time, but it works every time unless it doesn't work. Also, this card trap serves as a distraction for any virals or zombies which can accidentally wander inside the village, so you have to kill them as well, which is what you don't want to do. You want to clear it as fast as possible, so having a distraction outside is a good thing to have. So activate the card trap, pick up something that shoots bullets, kill those guys, and you can see red mists here, here, and here, which means that bomber decided to explode. Close the fence and put attention to the minimap. You can see white arrows showing up. Quickly grapple this balcony because now it's a safe zone, so you can grapple. And as soon as it turns into a safe zone, interact with this door and start skipping the dialogue. Now, another unskippable radio call started with Karim. If you're fast enough, it will be a trouble for you. You'll lose like 3 seconds because you won't be able to start next dialogue with a quest guy. So in order to skip this, we will have to take another quest. This quest won't be used in a speedrun. However, it's solely purpose just to skip this dialogue. So we skip with this guy. We get a gas mask man. Never warp to this quest. It's unusable in a speedrun. Then grapple your way towards the next objective. Try to avoid getting into the water because water slows you down. Even if you're grappling, your hook speed is still slowed. And start mashing F to speak with this guy. After skipping dialogue, take this back because it's a quest item. And another unskippable dialogue starts, so we want to switch to Stuffed Turtle and we want to jump around Monkey to get an extra agility XP. I've completely failed every single jump, so after we see end of dialogue and checkpoint indicator, we can save warp. There is also a shop in this village, you can find it by the minimap. I haven't showed you in this run because I have plenty of weapons and chance of getting plastic is really slim because plastic is a gray item and shops usually have 1 or 2 gray items, which is not a great chance to have a plastic. So once again in Stuffed Turtle we want to walk back and right during the loading screen and do the same sharp turn to the right after pressing continue. Try to grapple closer to this fence to start next dialogue. Grapple this wall, look at this corpse and start pressing F. Mash F again to pick up an envelope. Also, there is an armed guy which will try to shoot you if you show yourself to him. Do not kill him at any cost. He must live through this run because if you don't kill him for some reason after each save warp, Crane will say line holy shit or wash in French. I don't know what's the reason for this line, but it helps us later on to skip 1 line of dialogue. So you don't want to kill this guy because it will help you skip one pretty long one line of dialogue later on. So select Holier Tunnel and wait for the end of dialogue. You can see checkpoint indicator, save warp. So once again, Holier Tunnel, hold shift, hold W. After loading, start moving to the right and mash spacebar. Here is a line, Lavash. Get used to it, we will hear it a lot. Just the same grapplings to get inside. Speak with Karim, skip his dialogue, make a right side dodge. Knock on the door, it will start a skippable cutscene, which will put you in the same place, but something like in this direction. So if you will run straight forward, you'll end up stuck into this wall. So you want to do a slight flick to the left after a couple of seconds of running. So skipping this cutscene and do a flick to the left. Jump outside and then grapple this thing. Not a train card because quest requires us to get on the train card. Do not go straight away to it. It will start another one and skippable radio call, which can be skipped by doing the death warp. So when we death warp here, it will teleport us over there because it's a closed save zone, which is luckily for us will start another dialogue which will interrupt this huge radio call. However, it is a major reset point if you are impatient, because if you save warp way too early, you will soft lock the game. So right now quest says find a private spot to contact the GRE. After skipping it, the quest changes to get back to the tower, something like this. However, when you save warp, your quest changes back to find a private spot to contact GRE, and even if you get back to contact GRE, you won't be able to start a call. So basically it ends up in being soft lock. You can't proceed in story anyhow further. And since this quest is insanely long, restarting from the quest will waste big amount of time. It's like several minutes of play time. So it just soft lock here means resetting the run. So the same principle as before, toss a grenade, jump over it, and hope it won't slide down. Because if it slides down, well, you're screwed. You're wasting a couple of minutes listening to this dialogue. So now, ECLV, you can hear the line ECLV, which interrupts the radio call. However, our quest is still find a private spot to contact GRE. So somewhere after Crane says, "Oh fuck you, asshole," you can check for safety. You can check this quest: supply survivors in tower with antizin, which means you are safe to save warp. If this quest hasn't progressed, do not save warp. Just wait for a little bit more. Select Mother's Day and save warp. Once again, we don't have any good black screen moment. However, we want to start running to the right after we press continue to speak with a messenger to get another quest, which will be used later on for 2 save warps. So here's the guy, speak with him, skip a dialogue, and move back to the left to this door. Unlikely, like the rest of run, when you interact with this door to get on the 19th floor, for some reason this quest requires you to interact with this door. There is no logic to this, but it is what it is. So after this loading screen, if I press continue, it will start and skippable cutscene, which means we have a possibility to run during the black screen. So during this black screen, we want to run a couple of meters forward and make a 19 degrees turn to the left. It might be tricky, especially if you haven't paid attention to your booster status. I think I am right now have a speed potion active, so I want to listen for my footsteps, a couple of footsteps, and then turn left. So I can start holding Shift and W right away. It doesn't affect the wording movement. However, well, it doesn't matter at all, basically. I just have to press space and start holding it immediately. So I did it just fine. Basically, you start moving somewhere from here. You want to run a couple of meters there and turn left. Kick open this door, skip another cutscene, run straight forward, get upstairs, interact with this door. It will launch another skippable cutscene. After this skippable cutscene, you want to run forward right and turn slightly to the right, just a little bit, little teeny bit, to end up over here. Run up, try to climb on this thing, and jump inside the radio code trigger. So here we go, another unskippable call. Nothing we can do about this, unfortunately, at least in solo category. In co percent, we can jump from this tower to death and skip the dialogue. In solo, it is impossible to do. Even if you trigger the dialogue by dying here, it is possible. You will spawn at the bottom floor without the ability to move anyway. So everything we can do here is to wait for end of dialogue to drink potion and to switch a quest to cast up. So right now it's a particularly interesting point of changing quest because there is another mechanic to the save warping, well, not specifically to save warping, just with quest menu. So story quests and side quests are always in the same order. So for example, right now we have Mother's Day active, cast up is always one switch below. So what we can do is open quest log, press down, press spacebar and escape, like this. Now we have active cast up. If we want to switch back to Mother's Day, do it like this. Repeatable quests, which means different DLCs and quarantine zones are getting shuffled all the time during speedruns. So there is no reliable way to switch to them with a keyboard because you never know in what location each quest is. So if you're switching from side quest to side quest or from side quest to main quest or other way around, you can try memorizing quest position to make your menu faster, like I just did. For example, I'm tracking Mother's Day. I need Gust Up active. This was pretty fast. With quarantine zones or by using your mouse to select a quest, it will be much slower. However, if you want to select a repeatable quest or you're already tracking repeatable quest and you want to select side quest, I advise you to use mouse instead because it will be faster and easier to find the required quest. So this line is not the last. No, this line is the last. I will create file for you. You can drink a speed potion. Then aim roughly for this white bucket, jump so you went on those trash cans. Now another unskippable dialogue starts. We have to listen through it. However, we can skip it by taking another quest, which happens to be a helpful quest. We'll warp to it a couple of times. And also it helps us to skip the dialogue. So let's do it. And quit out immediately. This breakthrough moment is kind of tricky because if you're a newcomer, you have to be careful because during the fade-in animation, you want to jump from the bridge and use a grappling hook almost blindly to prevent full damage. So if you're not sure about doing this, just do a loading part by holding Shift, W and A to move forward left. If you're confident in your skills, after pressing spacebar, keep holding these keys, start mashing spacebar and slightly turn your camera to the left. As soon as you start seeing something, try using your grappling hook to, first of all, grapple the ground and move slightly faster, and secondly, to prevent fall damage. It was even worse for me. I was holding a speed potion, which completely butchered this. So grapple this train card and start another skippable cutscene. After skipping cutscene, there's usually a bunch of zombies getting spawned near you, and they usually do an instant grab attack. So after skipping cutscene, you want to run forward and mash spacebar to jump and dodge the zombie. Grapple this fence, jump from it, grapple roof, grapple another roof, kick open door, and interact with this hatch. It is kind of tricky interaction because there is a bomber right on top of it, so if you are not careful, you might either take a big chunk of damage or you may even die. So either be fast with it or just play safely and kill him from a distance or wait until it spawns. So this is the end of Pact with Rais Pact with Rais quest 1. It was a pretty big quest. So it had a couple of difficult tricks for a newcomer, so be careful with the route you are choosing. Maybe it would be smart to use a safe route for start and then try implementing difficult tricks like more tricky Blackstone movement, the jump on the second radio tower, and stuff like that. So yeah, that was it for Pact with Rise. In next video we'll cover next quest called Siblings. It's a much shorter quest. It had pretty much interesting skips, but luckily for us it's much shorter and we can at least restart for him to practice. But yeah, that was it, and I'll see you in the next video.